Donald Trump is in complete decline right now, and there is nothing that he can do to cover it up. I don't care how much makeup he puts on his bruised hands, if he tries to cover up his cankles, or if Kash Patel has to lie for him, which of course Kash Patel has been running a lot of cover. We know that Donald Trump is collapsing, and that is exactly what was just exposed on Air Force One. And then Kash Patel tried to jump in to save Donald Trump, but we know he's lying. We're going to get into it all and the health scare that becomes more and more apparent every single day. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button because it goes a long way in supporting our work. Now, before we get into Donald Trump's health scare, I want to start with the health scare that he is creating for tens of millions of people in America and why it might be the most devastating move in his entire presidency. It was all broken down by Rachel Maddow right here. Not that I want to make this a question of messaging, because healthcare isn't a question of messaging. Healthcare also isn't policy. Healthcare is a human right, and we should treat it as such. But Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Mike Johnson, they fucked up with this one. They thought that they could cry illegals, 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 and it would all distract us and throw people into chaos. But Democrats have been staying on this one message, and we absolutely should. It is the most broken system in our country when people are furious with everything that Donald Trump wants to break. We don't have health care. We have sick care, and it doesn't work. It only works for Donald Trump. But it seems like the only health care he's getting these days is, again, makeup on the hands, but also a little assistance when he needs to walk, which is what was exposed on Air Force One. Now, I certainly don't want to be a conspiracy theorist about everything. Having said that, really? Donald Trump had to use the short stairs for security reasons? Donald Trump, the guy with the swollen ankles and the slurred speech and the pudding brain and the melting hands, had to use it for security reasons? I couldn't have got that figured out? Are we sure that it's not that after a long day of golf or of sitting on his fat ass, Donald Trump couldn't get up the big boy stairs? We know we've seen Donald Trump have problems with the big boy stairs in the past. I don't want to say that they're covering up his health, but I also don't want to say it's out of the realm of possibilities. But I also think that this is important in this moment right now, that we, as independent media, should be pushing the narrative, which is not a narrative, it's just the absolute truth, that Donald Trump is weak. Donald Trump is weak. He is more insecure, insignificant, and losing every single day than at any other point in either of his presidencies. Donald Trump is losing at a clip of about 95% in court right now, even with his own judges. And of course, he is unable to negotiate a government shutdown. Donald Trump is seeing his polls just plummet. Let's talk about how weak this guy is. Please, whether it be physically, mentally, politically,